Hey, what's going on, everyone? Coach Joey coming in, fitness coach and mentor, coming in live from CrossFit Ocala. It's about 1:15, 1:20 in the afternoon today, and I wanted to come in with just a little bit of nutritional information. Quick disclaimer for everybody out there listening to these is, I don't have some weird science degree in nutrition or physiology or anything like that. I do know how to read. I read a lot. I do a lot of self-education on, between internet and the books. So you could take a lot of this information as you will. I'm not a medical professional in any way, so this is just me giving you some information that I've either stumbled across, have experienced in my own life, or working with countless people when it comes to health and wellness and nutrition. All right. Now that that's out of the way, I want to talk about some basics of nutrition and how some of the dynamics have changed as far as the education in the nutrition industry over the last 10 or 15 years, and some of the stuff that you may not have stumbled across. So when we talk about our bodies and we talk about nutrition and we talk about body composition, food is essentially has the same reaction on your body as a drug would, meaning that you have hormonal responses depending on what kind of food you eat. I'm not going to get too far into detail with that. We can save that for another day. If anybody has any questions, you could come up and ask me. But what I want to talk about is when your body starts to see certain patterns, it'll actually adjust your metabolic rate or your hormones based on that. If you don't believe that, usually somebody with type 2 diabetes with problems as far as regulating their insulin response, that's because something had happened so frequently that their body had kind of reprogrammed itself to adapt to that strategy. So when we talk about your metabolic rate and how it relates to your nutrition, from a fundamental point, what I usually talk to people out is your calorie intake. So your calorie intake, for example, let's say you're somebody who eats 2,000 calories a day. So your body has kind of baselined or programmed or adapted itself to function off of 2,000 calories a day. So what that means is that it knows that you're going to have that 2,000 calories and it's going to allot it for you to use for energy sources throughout the day. Whatever may not be used may be stored for readily available energy. But if you're consistent with that, your body would get to a place where it doesn't typically hold on, where you keep getting larger and larger and larger and larger, for instance. Now, if I take myself as a 2,000 calorie a day eater, and let's say I double that overnight and I start eating 4,000 calories a day, what that's going to do is that means my body's still going to be programmed to operate off of 2,000 calories a day. So that means that there is going to be an abundance of storage because my body's not going to know what to use or how to allocate those extra 2,000 calories that are getting introduced into my system each day, and it's going to take some time for it to adjust. So if I ate 4,000 calories a day, and let's say I decided to do that for 28 weeks, at some point in that 28 weeks, my adaptability in my metabolic system would catch up to that. Now, the damage is already going to be done, meaning that I'm going to kind of put on some weight, regardless of what I'd like to think. If my body's not allocating it, I'm not using it for energy, it's getting stored somewhere. It's just not disappearing. Stored energy in our body comes in two forms usually. It's going to be glycogen or fat. Once glycogen stores are filled up, then we start storing things as fat because that's a slower burning fuel, and that's how our body's designed in the case of an emergency, and we have to survive for long periods of time without having food. So if you're still tracking along, what will happen is you'll get to that point where you get to 4,000 calories and your body will adjust. Now, something magical usually happens right there. You'll quit putting weight on, meaning you're not going to essentially keep getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And granted, this is all black and white. This is if nothing changes. 4,000 calories, you're eating the same exact food every day, the same exact time every day. You haven't done any exercising. That all remains the same. So that's kind of a black and white version. Most of the systems that we put in place to help people with their body composition goals come off of A, manipulating that metabolic rate, creating an adaptive strategy, and then B, keeping the metabolic rate at a heightened level. So this is going to allow you a couple of things. One, it's usually going to allow you to not be in a calorie deprived state, meaning that a lot of people, when they want to lose weight, they go the opposite direction. I eat 2,000 calories a day, boom, I'm going to eat 1,000 calories a day. I'm going to lose weight until that adaptive strategy kicks in and my body gets used to working off of 1,000 calories a day. And then you're going to do what people refer to as a plateau. So with a lot of the theories and methods that we put together here, combining CrossFit with the adaptive strategy of your metabolic system, is our goal is to get you into a place where your body is kind of an efficient machine, and it puts you into a position where you can control your body composition with really, really small tweaks, either in the nutrition are primarily through your training. So this leads to a couple of different things. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're not going to feel like you're starving all the time. When you do work out, you're going to feel good. You're not going to be lethargic or tired or feel like you don't have energy to get through your workout. So those are 3 huge benefits as far as following that methodology that's based around adaptive strategy and your metabolic rate, opposed to just a deficiency as far as calories. Now, will deficiency in calories give you a quick fix? Absolutely. I've had this conversation with a lot of my members. I could sit down and I could put together a 6-week nutrition plan that's going to get you to lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, but usually it's going to come at a higher cost. I always tell everybody, when you do something like that and you take a loan, you're going to have to return that with interest. So it usually ends up screwing up your metabolic system for a long period of time, especially if we're trying to kind of get things squared up. All right? I hope this is helpful for some of you guys. I know it's a little bit confusing. I talk really, really fast, but if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, if anybody, members of the gym, members of the community, or whatever it is, have questions about health and wellness, have questions about nutrition, have questions about exercise, or whatever the case may be, the doors are always open. You can always come in and see me. You call me on my cell phone. It's 352-454-8167. You can always shoot me an email at joey@ocalacrossfit.com, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. All right, you guys? So everybody in the community, keep in touch. We're working on some things to get more involved in the community where you guys can see me in person and not always behind a computer screen. I hope to see everybody who's a member in the gym up in the gym here soon. And for the members, you guys are here almost every single day. Don't be shy. If you have questions, come see myself, one of our other members of our team, and we'll be happy to kind of get you going in the right direction. It's scary sometimes to think about making some changes, but anybody who's ever done it with me knows usually I'm not going to make it crazy. I'm usually going to set you up for some sort of success, and we're going to get you to where you need to be going. All right, you guys? We'll see you soon. Coach Joey out.